morning, everyone. I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell, and it's Favorites Friday, Anime Edition, episode 26. We're almost done with Favorites Friday for a while because I'm going up to 30, and then that'll be it for a while. So, this week's anime is Sword Art Online. So, if you don't know, it's some people argue that it is not an isekai. Anime isekai is when you're stuck in another world. So, they spend a lot of time, especially in the first season, in the game of Sword Art Online. So, what happens is it's a new game. There's so many people that have it. Some people were beta testers, and some people just got it when it came out. And I can't remember how many people are stuck there. But when they try to log out the very first time that they have the game, they're not allowed to. They cannot log out of the game. It was the creator, Kayaba, I believe is his name, his idea that you cannot get out of the game until somebody beats the game. And you're connected to this headgear. They call it nerve gear. And they say if somebody tries to remove it, whether it's doctors, whether it's your family, there's something in the gear that ends your life. Because it's connected to your brain. So, yeah. They have to be hooked up to it completely. So, the main character, he combined his first name and his last name to come up with Kirito. So that's what everybody knows him by, is Kirito. Let's look up his actual name. It's Kazuto Kirigaya, but he goes by Kirito. The Kiri from Kirigaya and To from Kazuto, so Kirito. That's what everyone calls him all the time, is Kirito. I think the only person that calls him like Kazuto is his like mom and sister. So yeah. So it has to do with him. They call him a beater, like a beta tester. Saying like beta tester and cheater, beater. So everyone is stuck in this world, and like when you pass on in games, you respawn and you come back. There's no respawning. If you pass away in the game, you pass away in real life. So the stakes are really, really high. And anybody that survived and made it out of the game once it got beaten, they are survivors, yes, but so many people on the outside, because they were stuck in there, I don't know if it was 18 months or 2 full years stuck in the game. The people on the outside, they're like, oh, you think you're better than us because you survived the like Sword Art Online. And then they're trying to tell them, like, you need to understand, like, we don't think we're better than you. We don't think anything. We survived. We're survivors. It was traumatic. We lost so many people. We made friends. We lost them. It was, like, psychologically damaging to all of us. Like, don't you understand? Like, we're not saying we're better than you. We're not saying we're better players. We are survivors. I need you to understand that. So, yeah. So, Kirito ends up meeting Asune Yuki. And he meets her early on and they part ways. I think he advised her to find a guild, which she did. Like, and she became like second in command. And turns out, like, the leader of that guild ends up being like Kayaba, like the creator of the game. Like, he's in there with the rest of them. But nobody knows that until like Kirito and him like have their like final battle, because he's like the final boss. To beat the game, you have to beat the creator, which is very interesting. But along the way, he meets people, he meets friends, and it's like he had a guilt. He had a guilt. Um, but they were like significantly lower than he was. He kept his like level a secret because of the whole beater thing, and they got stuck in a trap, and he wasn't a part of that, so they ended up all passing away, and he just felt horrible, like it was his fault, and he didn't want to be in another guild again. He met Asuna, and um I think that's when he um he went up against Kite, but twice. The first time he didn't know it was him, so he wanted Asuna to leave, but um with Kaiba, I forget what his name was during that time. Um, he's like, I'll let her leave if you beat me. If you don't beat me, then you have to join us. So he ended up cheating. He cheated to win, to beat Kirito. If he didn't cheat in that moment, Kirito would have won. So there's that. I don't know if it would have counted like for winning the game. I'm not sure. Like to let everybody out. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But so it's them living in the world, trying to win and fight and meeting different people. Like there's these people called Laughing Coffin, and they're like a guild, but an evil one, where they get off on ending people's lives. Um, Laughing Coffin, like that's how they got the name. So yeah, there was one of them that was with Kirito and tried to do that to him. It didn't work. I think Asuna knew something was up, and she caught it in time and was able to stop him. So there's that. And there's a Yui. Yui is like artificial intelligence. She's like a little fairy. They like have her basically like be their child. So Yui um was like just supposed to be an observer, but like just watching Kirito and Asuna together, she wanted to get to know them, and they thought she was a little lost child, and turned out she wasn't, and they cared for her as their child, and it was really sweet. And then Lifa ends up being Suguha. Okay, that's the best that's coming out. Kirigaya, who ends up being Kirito's sister, but so I guess Kirito's technically adopted. I think he's like the mom's nephew. Um, so they're not really like brother and sister, they're cousins. I don't know what happened with like the bio parents. I think they barely touched on it. I don't know. So that's like they have so many other characters in Sword Art Online. You have to watch it, and of course they have Alicization. Some people don't like Alicization. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. I didn't like what they did to Kirito. But the more you watch it, the more characters you meet. Um, of course, like I love Kirito and I love Asuna, and I think it's amazing to have like this female character who's like so insanely strong and just so sure of herself. So, oh yeah, everybody in the game, you can see yourself. You're no longer a character. Like they have like this like face thing that everyone shows is who they are. Like everyone knows what the other person really looks like, which I find interesting. So they end up getting out of the game, but Asuna doesn't wake up, and they couldn't figure out why. So there's another game where these people took not just Asuna, but a lot of the survivors from Sword Art Online, and they're like experimenting on them and like causing like them pain and stuff with their like brain receptors. Like they don't know what exactly that they're trying to figure out, but that's what they're doing to those people that didn't make it out of the game. So with Asuna, she's like locked up in a cage because the guy that's doing all of it is like works with like her family, like they're really wealthy, and he wants to like force her into a marriage, like they're gonna combine their companies or something, and like, but she never liked this guy. She hated this man. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. Um, Kirito saves her because like they're playing another game. I can't remember the name of it, and I think it's like Elfenlied or no, that's another anime. Sorry. Um, it's like an elf one, or not elf. They're fairies. They're fairy game. Um, sorry, it was a pointy ears to me off. They're fairies. So I can't remember the name of it though. So I'm sorry about that. Um, I wish I remembered the name. But anyways, um, so they're in this new game, and someone took a picture, like they got like really high up and they took a picture and they see this beautiful woman who is Asuna in a cage, and so they know that they have to like somehow get to that level to free her. Kirito is able to do it with the help of his sister. um so yeah, it's really fun, and they have a confrontation with the guy and they release all those people, and then it just keeps going on from there. Different things happen. um but honestly, overall, I think it's an amazing anime. I like seeing that people grow, and one of my favorite things about Kirito is he's a dual sword wielder. I love that. I love when they have two swords um, in anime. So yeah, like there's so much to the story, but that's just like a little glimpse into it. So let me know what you think. Have you watched Sword Art Online? Who's your favorite character? It's like neck and neck between Kirito and Asuna for me. I think Yui is adorable, and yeah, there's so much to it, but you definitely have to watch it and let me know what you think. But that's just a little glimpse. So thank you so much. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Bye!